bless the house of Mumbi.
Dai family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much, family, on your own terms in the new earth, which is where I'm reporting live and direct from the Maya Miko Collective, family, where the Dr. Mumbi Healing and Wellness Center is. A brand new baby of the Dr. Mumbi experience. We'll be sharing more details in that. Thanks to everyone. There's a few people who have already emailed me like, yo, put me down for the next retreat or the first retreat. I'll let you know. I love it. I appreciate and love you guys so much for walking with me, for being so uplifting in the comments, for all of you who support me with love donations, for all of you who actually have bought my single on Gumroad and supported us in that way. And for the ancestors, we acknowledge the ancestors and the ancient ones who always come in the wind, family, and they're always around us. You know, there's a young man who asked me about opium, and he was like, why is religion, called the opium of the masses, and why is religion so sticky? I mean, that's the gist of what he was saying, because he was saying he's tried to come out, but he's always pulled back in by depressive thoughts like guilt, anxiety, I'm going to go to hell, bad things are going to happen to me if I don't have the covering of Jesus, and all this nonsense, family. And he keeps getting stuck. Like, so, you know, he'll be good. He'll be creating his best life. He'll be living his best life. And then he'll have a hiccup in his road. And it kind of like drags him back. You know, he needs some more opium. He'll need some more religion, you know, because religion really is the opium of the masses. And I thought it would be important, before I even expand on this, to explain, you know, I looked up the basic definition of religion, and it actually even made me, it freaked me out. Listen to this. Opium is a depressant drug, which means it slows down the messages traveling between your brain and body. The opium poppy, from which opium is derived, is one of the earliest plants of which there is recorded medicinal use, but it has often been used, you know, as a drug to kind of escape reality. And religion, family, the reason religion was the ultimate tool, and the reason why the Christianity was a military operation, please check the video I did on that, is because it was a drug they knew that we as a spiritual people would get hyper addicted to. That it would keep us in cycles, in loops for so long, because we are spirit. We are not flesh. But we dwell with those who are just pure flesh, and they're trying to be spirit. And the one thing they have always envied is how we just know stuff. How we just, if you want to call it channeling, how we just have these inspirational moments where incredible information is brought to us. From how to cure cancer, to how to build helicopters, to all this stuff. Because every technology that exists today existed before today. And there's even more advanced technology that they're slowly releasing like this. But they knew that as a spiritual people, if they mess with the spirituality, they had us. Because that is our root. It's just like nature has understood. As a flesh people, if Mama Earth just messes with the material realm, they're done. She doesn't have to come in and do nothing. She just has to turn up the heat. And those who are of spirit will survive. And those who are of flesh will fry. It's really as simple as that, family. They won't be able to stand the vibration. But it has been such a sad, sad day and season in the spiritual realms, family. And also fascinating, to be very honest. There's a lot of curious souls out there. That a spiritual people who are immortal, who are eternal, who never die, can be tricked and hoodwinked and confused and enslaved by a flesh people who have a time limit. And all they've been trying to do in this time limit is keep us in this loop so they could keep the timeline alive as they tried to figure out how to go into immortality. They thought they could just break through the freaking dome and get there. I mean, these people are crazy, family. We're dealing with some real psychopaths, some real narcissistic weirdos. They've taken our DNA and put it in them. They've taken our DNA and studied it. They've tried to discover what the God gene is. When they couldn't discover it, they created jibby jabs to destroy the God gene. All because they are of flesh. They have a time limit. And that time limit is coming to an end. But what they did, family, is they introduced religion to slow down the communication between you and your God, you and your creator, who you don't even know. Majority of you don't even know who your creator is. You think, sadly, a lot of Christians think it's some white man in the sky, which is why they can never confront the injustices that their ancestors did to them. And it's like, as long as you're being passive with the people that did crazy things to your ancestors, and then you're asking your ancestors to help you, it can't work. They fed you a drug that is so fucking strong that it keeps most people in zombie mode. Where they literally, the communication between you and your God is in you. Your spiritual counsel is in you. Your guardians are in you. Your ancestors are in your blood. And remember, you means your own universe. You have a whole other universe inside of you that is magical and that is supposed to be, you're supposed to be bringing it out. You're supposed to be bringing it out into the physical and living it, experiencing it, having fun. But instead, you took this drug and it's got you spaced out. Our people are totally spaced out on religion. They're totally high on the religion. To the point where they act so irrationally when you question their basic beliefs, the basic lies they're living in. That's what belief is, living in a lie, being in a lie. Be life, be leaf. And then they put the E there, and they love that. They love playing with words. They love toying with you guys because you make it too easy. And the foundation of the colonialism, of the slavery, of the mental prison is religion. It's that drug. And I'm telling you, if you've ever been addicted to anything, be it ice cream, be it ganja, be it alcohol, be it gossip, be it negative self-criticism, whatever, which it became so habitual, you had to have a bit of it every day. If you've ever been addicted to anything, then you can respect how hard it is for our brothers who are on the religious opium. Because that stuff feels so good to them. Because they can just pass on everything. They do something bad. Oh, in Jesus' name I sinned. Forgive me. They kill someone. Oh, I was a sinner then, but now I'm born again. It's crazy because it's like you're suspending. Religion has suspended so many people's lives. It's created so much stagnation. And then now, instead of people moving forward in creation, people are destroying themselves, destroying their bloodlines because they are not in touch with reality. They're high. Sometimes I look at religious people and the way they'll quote scripture to me, and I'm just like, they sound like some of my ganja friends who are so high on, and no, because, let me not, marijuana has its place for sure. But let me say, your alcoholic friends who are now, they'll be on those spirits and they'll be over vibing about nothing. And feeling like they're saying some really profound stuff. Like people, like opium is so crazy because like people don't even know what religion is about. Some of them blindly believe something. They've never read that Bible. They don't even understand that there were maybe even 600 books more. They don't understand anything. And that's why it's an opium family, because you'll believe it without even questioning it. And they do so many rituals. I mean, look at the Catholic Church. They baptize you with water. Water is so powerful. And they put it on your freaking third eye. What do you think they're doing there? And on your crown. Question everything. And if your faith is not strong enough to handle questions, then it's probably an opium. It's probably a drug that you're on. Because in the end, family, we are in judgment season. And we are reaping what we sow. The only way you can, I won't say bypass, but it is almost like a bypass. There are certain things you can bypass by moving into spiritual overstanding. And even if your karma comes, you'll take it and keep it moving, and it won't be as harsh as when you were ignorant. Come out, get off your high, family. Stop judging those who are alternative, who think differently from you, who are living these expanded minds, who are living in the new earth. Because Babylon told you if someone has tattoos, they're like this. If someone wears this, they're like that. Those are the things I've now dropped, family, because I've entered a space in this season where there are no rules, but there are laws. And those laws are universal, and I know them. Because when I'm in the good things, in the good vibe, everything flows. And there is no pain, there is no sorrow, there's just peace, bliss, and flow. But when I shift to this other side, where my karma is at play because I'm reaping what I'm sowing, then you'll see the strife, the confusion. And if you're off the opium, you can now start to mentally and logically and psychologically go through that, overstand, understand, and understand that and release it so that narrative doesn't keep back. Because what Babylon has done, family, to enslave us, and I'll probably do a whole separate show on this, let me just get ready to even finalize this, is they've created multiple loops in our lives. Multiple loops in our lives. Multiple narratives that just loop and keep us in this timeline. And you'll escape this one, and then you'll get into this one, and you'll leave this one, and you'll get into that one. And then all this mixing of mentalities is also very detrimental. That's why the gurus and the high priests, people who are going through the ascension that many of us chosen ones are going through, would have been completely isolated from the rest of humanity so they could make this ascension. But we're doing it in the collective because Mama has asked us to. Mama Earth has asked us to do it in the collective so that as we awaken, nature awakens, as nature awakens, we awaken, and we're helping each other, and we're also helping our brothers and sisters to lessen the heaviness of humanity on Mama Earth. Get off those drugs, family. And the most dangerous drug you're on right now is religion. because it breaks down and slows down the conversations between you and your soul, you and your spiritual self, you and your spiritual team, your spiritual guidance, your spiritual authority, like your God or goddess or creator, between you and the universe. It totally winds that down. And the only way you're going to make the transition, family, is if that connection is active. You cannot move to the next level without connecting to a God that looks like you. But those are stories for other days. Tuko pamoja.
Bless the house of Mumbi.